So we're going to work through this second part of the lesson where we're finding the area between two curves. This time we're going to be finding the area completely enclosed by two functions. So the issue that comes about here is, as we'll look at in this first example, is we have to find where the two graphs intersect. Sometimes it's a pretty easy find, and sometimes it's a little more difficult. So here's an example. Find the area enclosed by y equals negative x squared plus 2 and y equals x squared plus 2x minus 2. So the first thing you want to do is graph these functions. So the first one is a parabola facing down. It's moved up 2. So that's an easy one to graph. The second one might be a little bit harder to graph. We could go ahead and put it in work form and graph it. And so there it is. It's a upward facing parabola. So now we want to find the area between those two curves. So we need to find where they intersect. So we have these two equations that I underlined in orange. Looks like substitution might be a good way to solve that, since it's y equals negative x squared plus 2 and y equals x squared plus 2x minus 2. So this has to be equal to this, and we can go ahead and solve that. So you'll see that work here. I set them equal to each other. It's a quadratic, so I got everything on one side. Everything has a factor of 2, so divide both sides by 2, and then factor, which is x plus 2 times x minus 1, and then we get x equals negative 2 and 1. That is the solution for x, the x values where they intersect. So negative 2 and x equals 1. And now that we know those, we can then write our integration expression. It's going to be the higher one minus the lower one. The higher one is the x squared, as we can see on the graph. That one's higher. This one's the lower one. And so we can write the integral, the definite integral. So there it is, integral from negative 2 to 1 of the higher one minus the lower one. Obviously, we can simplify that a bit and then solve. So there it is. The answer is 15. I didn't show all the work this time, but there you have it. You could do it with pencil and paper, working that out. We also learned how to do that on a calculator. Next one. Actually, not the next one. Just to let you know, there's the assignment that you have. A few of them are going to be like the first part from this lesson, where you're given the boundaries, and then the second ones will be you have to find the points of intersection.